Hi, I've got a really cool pro tip for you. You don't have to guess at what to plant in your area when it comes to annuals. You want to add a fresh pop of color, not quite sure what's going to work best in your area for your agricultural zone? Let me tell you how to figure it out. Go to a large neighborhood, one that hires a landscaping company to install their landscaping flowers. Many times those are going to be mega contracts, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so they're going to be hiring folks who know what's going to thrive in that area. Well, watch for the turn of the season and notice what they plant. That's going to tell you what's likely going to do really great in your area. I like to take a look at what's newly planted because it gives me some inspiration. And let me show you what's been planted in this neighborhood. All right, in this median, we've got the green plant is Duranta, and then behind it, the multicolored pink and white collection of flowers, that's called Vinca. Vinca is great because it will reseed and come back year after year if you want it to. Behind it, the tall flower with a base of green, that is Society garlic. Behind it is some Asian jasmine, and even further back over here, you'll see there is some foxtail fern. Be careful where you plant those because they have very strong hardy roots. They are perennials, but if you decide you want to move them, my goodness, today you're in for quite the battle getting those out. Apartment complexes can be another option to go for inspiration of what works for plants in your garden. You gotta think about it. These apartment complexes are trying to entice their new renters to come in and feel comfortable and wooed by the environment. So go check out the apartment building welcoming center, even if you're not in the market for a place, and see what flowers they have planted. For example, this particular flower garden here also has the Duranta. We've got two different color angelonias, white and purple. There's some younger vincas. So when I say that these will come back annually, it's because the vincas will easily reseed. They will drop their seeds, and if that soil is not disturbed too much, it will come back. Also, it's good to take a note of how they've spaced out their plants. He's probably started out as either 4-inch containers, maybe a 1 quart for some of them. So there's a decent amount of space in between them, but not too much. So we check back in a month, and you're gonna notice that this has grown in. There's a Society garlic behind it as well. That is a terrific perennial. In the wintertime, this green foliage here, you're gonna cut that down to the ground when it starts to turn and dry up. And by late winter, early spring, it's already starting to come back. And behind it is some more perennials and variegated grass. Here, I'm loving the sweet potato vine, followed by the orange zinnias, the pink pentas, and the purple angelonias. Perfect for Houston Zone 9. Hi, with my time in the office today, I want to talk to you about different resources available to you that you don't have to go out and search for on your own. Similar to how earlier in this video I shared with you how you can look around in your community to get some pro tips and ideas for what will work best in your environment, in your gardening zone. We're here in Garden Sessions today. I want to share with you some ideas of various mental health related resources so that you're not going down the giant wormhole of the internet trying to figure it out. The first resource that I want to share with you today is from the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. I recommend that website to you because I recognize that in recent years, the occurrence of symptoms related to both anxiety and depression have risen significantly in many different settings and circumstances. Many individuals are actively looking for some form of help and relief from anxiety and depression? Well, the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, ADAA, they offer free information and resources for those who are struggling with anxiety and depression. This includes support groups as well as webinars. On their website, which I will list in the video description, they also have a wonderful list of various self-help books. Now, what if you are wanting to advance beyond looking at a webinar in the comfort of your own home, not interacting with others, or reading a book in solitude? What if you decide, actually, I think I'm prepared to interact with some others, but maybe not quite formal therapy? Well, you may be interested in resources available from NAMI. That stands for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. It is a nationally based nonprofit organization, and they have numerous different types of resources, not only for individuals who are experiencing mental illness, but also for those who are connected in their world, spouses, siblings, parents, and whatnot. So there's a variety of support available from them. You go to their website, NAMI.org, that's NAMI.org. There are many different forms of help available. One of which I want to emphasize today are support groups that are led by peers, means other individuals who themselves have gone through and experienced what it's like to have a mental illness. Some of these groups occur for 90-minute long sessions. They are free and varying on what's available in your area. Some of them occur weekly, bi-weekly, or once a month. Check out NAMI.org for their free resources. Now is the season for high school graduations, and that often represents that transition of adolescence into young adulthood. And when individuals complete high school, some of them will move away and go to college. Those parents might be very nervous about their young person thinking about what they did in college, recalling the binge drinking and the experimentation with different substances. And in an effort to help your young person not go down that same path, it can be wise to have an open conversation with that young person and educate them about alcohol risk. Maybe you're not quite sure how to broach that topic. What are the talking points to include? Well, I have a resource for you. The Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Administration has a website, and there is a free guide available for you that takes you through the different talking points of how to have a conversation with a young person about drinking at college. The website for that organization will be available in the video description. Please note that the resources that I have described today are not a substitute for therapy, but they can be a helpful supplement or temporary measure until professional help is available. Thank you for joining me on Garden Sessions, where I document my journey in the garden while cultivating balanced mental health. Join me next time when we will go into the garden to see what we can see.